that I really recognize. I ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs. Ripping like I'm picking the prize. Hit the crib with a collide.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing is Hurts. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Mayfield. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They need 18 yards here on third down. Mayfield looks to throw. That is incomplete. Had to pass there. Third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
A little football one-on-one there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's a give to Barkley. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 66 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Oh, he shifts past him. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A handoff to Barkley. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
It's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hurts. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kylan Granson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught. McMillan with it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
This is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
One play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Baker going to give it to Irving. Shoves him aside. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
180. What's that?
Mayfield now from the 50. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
180. What?
Mayfield down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead are right up the middle here. And then the mover his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now a 2nd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
180.
Here's Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
180.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start.
180.
From the gun, Mayfield. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that a team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Quick slant here to Smith. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st down, Eagles.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Again, it's Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Offense set to begin their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
20. Set. What's up?
They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Once again, it's Irving. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
180. What's up?
Throwing, Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
180. What's that?
That would give Irving running right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
180.
Mayfield. His throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on third down? Looking to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And this one is right down the middle. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. It's caught. Smith. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
A quick throw here out to Brown. So nothing doing there. And 3rd and 1 now.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. A short one there, caught by Granson. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you've got to expect to get more on a passing play.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. To Barkley on the check down. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Now Dillon on the inside give. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Throwing is Hurts. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. They'll start on the ground with Irvin. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The 26-yard line.
Now Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 9. Mayfield looks to throw. Flushed out right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mayfield showing he can be fleet of foot, picking up the 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
To throw, Mayfield. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 5. Mayfield on play action. This is caught by Evans. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To about the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
What's that?
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Big third down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer.
180. What's that? What's that?
Mayfield now. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. In motion right is Smith. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Hurts. Steps away to his left. Hurts fumbles it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Fielded at the 33. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bucs offense and veteran receiver Mike Evans headed back onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. after the sack here, 2nd and 11.
Good. 180.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. That flag, that'll push him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
180. Done.
Mayfield to throw it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
180. What's that?
From the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And an Eagle 1st down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Man open left side is Brown. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Here comes 2nd down and 5.
Brings up 2nd down at their 49-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Eagles.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the 1st down.
Here's 1st down.
Don't touch that. 180, 180. Don't touch that.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. The Eagles going to take the 1st of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Back at the 45-yard line.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Hurts to throw. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise.